knowing when is the right time to make the offer on the investment property. Tell us about that.
We're working on a development project in Everett, city of Everett, and this came from one of our guys door knocking. So they were door knocking every door up and down the street. And here is the simple script. Hi, I represent a cash investor that would like to purchase a property in this area. Would you like to sell? Like, you can't get any simpler. Okay. Then they go through price, timing, motivation, to understand the seller. Then they work on the Ford, family, occupation, recreation, dreams. And they try to get the understanding. So we met this couple, and they intend to sell this home and move away. And then all of a sudden, we're chatting with them. We go look at the property. We think, this could work. But then we're getting text messages at like midnight, 1 a.m. Me and the acquisition agent in charge of this. We're like, wow, what's going on? So listener, viewer, I want you to be thinking about this. It's like a sine wave. It goes like this, up and down, up and down. And sellers go through these emotional cycles where they have high emotional energy, and then it plummets and goes down to a low emotional energy state. And that high emotional energy could be because they're feeling good, or it could be pressure or stress. That high emotional energy causes action. The low emotional energy causes inaction. Part of the art of the deal here is not only finding the motivated and finding good deals, but then communicating and interacting with them at a high emotional energy state. So this is going on for a few days. We keep telling him we're going to make an offer. And he sends another one last night that just says, okay, can we stay for 90 days extra? And we want to do this right now, and we just want to be gone. And so I got up at 5 o'clock this morning. I send him a text message. I'm happy to chat with you about all of these. When are you available this morning? Because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to connect during that high emotional state, because they're more likely to negotiate with me and give us better terms. So then we have the conversation. The conversation is kind of simple. Sir, I know that you need 90 days. You also said you don't want to move during the winter. What if we put this deal together now? We close it in February, and we then give you the 90 days afterwards to rent it back from us. Does it sound like something that'd work for you? He goes, that's great. I don't want to move in the winter. So that goes back to that asking the powerful questions. What this does, though, is that'll allow us to get a majority of the permitting planning done before we even have to close on it. So we're not burning our cash sitting there. And then we're more set up and ready to go when they're ready. Key takeaway, very simple. Whether you are an investor or just a traditional home buyer, do the deal when the seller is in a high emotional state versus the low emotional state, because they're more likely to go with the flow. Now, of course, that high emotional state could cause them to just tip over and be erratic, in which case you then just back away, give them time, don't get your feelings upset. Wait, and then come back at it again. This is another example of the fortune is in the follow-up. The fortune is in the follow-up when we build capital T trust and we build a relationship. This person feels okay to text us late at night. We're building a relationship. No one texts you late at night unless they feel comfortable doing it.